We're back. Okay. We just finished off with that.
Talking about how the work now has become both of ours.
Yeah.
When we work together, it's always both of ours. And I'm finishing up a mint. So take over from that. When we decide to collaborate and make your storyline into ours, going forward from there.
Oh, yes. And
now we're in 2019.
Now we're in 2019. A lot of this is the part I can't remember which order started first. So I'm just gonna start with this one.
Oh no!
Oh, that's okay. Here, tissue. Here you go.
Thank you.
I'll wait till you blow your nose.
All
right. There are these two things. They're big. I'm going to just start with this one. I don't know if this actually came first, but I'm going to start with this. We did...
Made the basket.
Yeah. We did a lot of lore discussion and confirming of characters I already thought, and then Garrett adding some new characters, expanding upon that. We did a lot of that in 2019. We just sat down confirming this and that.
Wait, no, not a lot in 2019, because in the middle of 2019, when we confronted, we suspended some creative talks about that and worked on our villains tribute.
That's right. No, my mistake. Yeah.
Which I already mentioned in the video, didn't I?
Well, if you didn't, we'll just say it again. We made a villains tribute.
Yeah, in 2019, which took us 6 months to complete.
It was fun as hell.
And so there was that 6 months in between where we weren't really doing anything with
the
show.
We weren't doing anything.
But we knew we wanted to. And we said like.
No, you're about to say that. No, but I was saying, I'm going to agree with you. That we committed to the villains tribute because we knew we were going to make our show. So we weren't worried about, oh gosh, are we now getting caught with the villains tribute? No. But that's what we're definitely doing.
Yeah, the villains tribute video took a long time. And it's on YouTube. I'm not going to link it though. It's not what the channel's about.
No.
It's just what was going on.
Yeah.
And so because we were committed to that, but I remember us saying, this is the last thing we're going to make that's not an original creation of ours.
Yeah, it was a big send-off for us.
Yeah, we had done some other tributes before as well.
Other nice little videos that always involved other people's works.
Sporkle quizzes.
Yes. But no, Garrett, that was a good little send-off for us. It was a great send-off.
Excellent send-off.
For us doing things on that part. It was great. I loved it. I love it to this day.
Very much so.
So in regards to the planning stuff of the universe, no, Garrett's absolutely right. We did that after the villains tribute or towards the end. I'm getting kind of fuzzy on that.
Like maybe sometimes in between the villains tribute.
Yeah.
We would talk about something here and there, but we didn't really talk long. It wasn't a long discussion.
No, because we were dedicated to our villains tribute. That was our top of our list. At the time, it was the top of our list.
Yeah, and the video didn't go live until December 25th, 2019.
Yeah, Christmas. But yeah. That was that planning of the universe part that I was jumbled about. But the other part I'm
burping.
This is the one that Garrett. Oh yeah, I got an earful from Garrett with this one. Of course, you don't mean
Yeah.
It was the show. Garrett and I knew, we're not gonna say how long it is, but we knew we wanted the show to be big, like long
running television series,
long running epic television runtime. And we have a number in our head what we deem as like this is a big show.
Yes.
And I said to Garrett way early on that
I think right at the beginning.
Well, right at the beginning.
Yeah.
I was like, Garrett, I just want to write the whole series, literally the scripts, everything from pilot to series finale. I do not want to advertise it. I do not want to film these, film the early episodes while we're writing the later episodes. No.
Which I was okay with.
Yeah.
Because I like working hard. No. Brandon's a hard worker too. Let me rephrase. I like working under pressure. I enjoy that for some...
You enjoy the...
I enjoy the rush.
Yeah, you do.
I enjoy the rush and the pressure.
Yeah.
And I do work well under it. Consistently.
Yes.
But, see, Brandon's my writing partner. So it's not like I can just get what I want, because that pisses him off. Brandon hates working under pressure, and it pisses him off. Yeah, and he is good at it, just as good as me. But at the end of the day, Brandon says, I hate that I did that.
Yeah, actually, Garrett's absolutely right.
And he's different than me in that sense, and I get that. So... I did give him an earful.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, Brandon, we can do this. Look, this is a fucking great idea we have. We just released the first episode, the second episode, something like that. We get some traction going, and then we write just like all the other TV folks fucking do it. We're doing it differently, but, we can do what they did. We can. I can. You can. And Brandon's like, no.
Yeah, that was really it. And, no, I have it in mind. What were you going to say?
No, I was going to say, best decision. I was wrong. it would have been awful doing my plan because there would have been the pressure and the stress. Now committing to finishing the show in its entirety in screenplay first before absolutely committing to getting it voice acted and all the other stuff that goes into production is more peaceful, not any easier. And yeah, easier. Writing is... For anyone who writes, they know how fucking hard writing is. You know. No. It's like, and because of that, Brandon was right. It was better to do this because our story is vast and it's amazing.
Cast is enormous.
Enormous cast, complicated, and the extra time we have to think about how we want things to flow, which would have been taken away had we been under the pressure of releasing them while having a fan base, people to correspond with and stuff.
And also working with our crew. All that.
We could totally pull it off simultaneously. But what would have been lost, I know for a fact, now writing this, is the details and
the details
and the ability to get what you want to go for right, getting it done right in the beginning rather than fixing it in retrospect. So, less editing, less rewrites.
Yes.
Because we have more time now to commit to the process patiently because that's all we're focused on. Making the scripts first, completed, done.
I said a second ago, I had it in mind what I was going to talk about. I lost it. But what we're called, the big things were that, about the, talking about lore. Oh, yeah, okay, let's go back on the lore. When we finished up our Villains Tribute, Gary and I, in our personal lives, I don't want to talk about in this video, but Gary and I are going through a lot of changes in our lives, a lot of crap, a lot of good changes, a lot of just like stuff we just had to let go. So when we were planning our structure, our universe, our lore, what we wanted to say, what we did.
Can I put a pause on this?
Oh yeah, sure. What?
That to me counts as the journey when it began.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then in that case, I'll continue with that later.
Yeah, that's where technically it began.
Then I think actually we talked about everything about before we got to writing our show, because I can't think of anything that I want to actually talk about.
Yeah, after it was absolutely decided we were writing the entire of the show, now it's time to do, which is not the technical writing, but it is the creative process.
Yes.
Now it is time, because, finishing the show in its entirety is a technical. It's a technical approach, not a creative approach.
No.
Though technical approaches can be creative. But you know what I'm saying. So, the creative process was planning it. Planning the lore, planning the integration, all of that, which came right after we agreed that we were writing the entirety of the show. We had to be on the same page. And I fought it and lost, thankfully. And we went through. And so what comes next is the process. What comes next is the actual journey. This video is strictly about the build-up to the journey, where we started, and the journey is then planning it. And we'll tell you what we went through when we planned it in a different video. Brandon's right. That's it.
Yeah, so it was quite an intense, emotional thing we went through to
Want a recap? I like recaps.
Recap? No. I don't give a shit. You're gonna interrupt me because I like you. It was a big deal, and it was a big deal. It was a big deal.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
No, that was a big deal, and let's start talking about a fun little recap right here. It's just like
from feeling down that we couldn't make our show and not committed, but resigned to stopping, then starting up again as a comic book for absolute control,
and then realizing that actually what Garrett said he wanted animated is actually what I really wanted as well. Revitalizing for me that old fear, but then realizing it's a love that I have to push forward and fight for.
Yeah, and then realizing the approach had to be the attitude had to be different.
Yes.
We had decided to never compromise this time, going about it the same way, but still have a little bit more control than we would have.
And a bigger clarity that, no, do or die, we're doing it this way. Yeah. The end.
To then choosing whose story you want to go to Brandon's story, which was better for me and is better overall. Oh my God, his story was the way to go. And then
of course my story became our story.
The Villains Tribute pause.
Yeah.
That kind of happened in between us talking about that, still being a little nervous here and there. And then finally the absolute commitment to
finishing the show, writing it before we even promote it, as it were.
All his idea.
And that is our recap.
Thank you. Hope you enjoyed this.
Yeah. All right then.
We did not enjoy living it.
No.
But I enjoyed recapping it.
Yeah, because this guy right here, I enjoy this guy. This guy is the best guy ever, man. He's the greatest guy ever. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.